In the winter of 2011, January, I decided I was going to sell my 2008 GSXR 750R and buy a Harley. Spontaneous buy. But at any rate, after I'd bought the bike, I'd realized that I could no longer pick the bike up because I had to actually pick the back end of the GSXR and fit it into my old storage shed so I could actually store it every night or whenever I rode the bike. So I tore down the 6x8 storage shed I had, and I built this one in my backyard now. Um, just a little bit under 10 by 10, not much, but just inches under 10 by 10. Had to build it into a sloped backyard, which turned out to be quite the interesting process in doing so. It's all built out of 2x4, 16 on center, cedar siding, a regular Duroid roof, windows on the back and on the one side. I had to come up with a bifold door mechanism that would actually work for getting the bike in and out because, well, it's a Harley and they're kind of wide and they're kind of heavy, so the doors bifold in on each other, finished off with 1/4 inch pine, sanded and stained. Allows me enough room to get the bike in and not have too many problems getting it negotiated in there. Part of the existing floor was already in place. I had to pour an extra 2 feet on the back, and then after I poured it, I kind of didn't like the way it looked, so I put a kind of a peel and stick vinyl hospital style floor in there, quite thick. It's supposed to be chemical resistant and oil resistant and what have you. It's all, as I said, cedar sided. Have shingled front. Had to cut them in half to make them fit for what I was actually doing here because standard shingles are quite large, and I had to cut these down to make them fit. All cedar soffitted. Put some downlight puck lights in, and black gutters, or sorry, black gutters, sorry, and cedar soffits. The foundation's actually kind of unique. I had the old 6x8 shed that was actually in place when I built this shed, starting in September of last year, 2011, and I needed to keep all the tools in the shed, so I actually built this shed around and on top of the old shed, and then when I got done, I actually pulled the old shed out from the inside and then finished off the inside of this shed, so it's all insulated and polyed. I have all the tools lined up and hooked onto the wall so that I can keep all the storage neat and clean, which is not normal for me, but anyways, gives me some sort of organization. And when it's all closed off, keeps it all nice, and can sit in here and enjoy looking at the bike and what have you. Built some counters, simple, storage for my fuel and fertilizer and what have you, all done in 5/8. The doors are at least 5/8, and then I did 1/2 inch plywood with 1/4 inch pine faces. Did the same cedar soffits, or cedar siding, sorry, on the backsplashes, black plugs, stainless steel. It's all wired. Beer dispenser, of course, because, well, I drink beer. And hand built the trusses and vaulted it straight to the top. They're all bird's mouth, 1/2 inch plywood, painted and stained. And one of those little small, I think it's 14-inch computer park all my music in the cloud so that I can access it out here, and then get a way to listen to music and what have you. This is the floor. Believe it or not, all the concrete that's poured for all the retaining wall and the footings and the floor were actually mixed with well, a little hand mixer out in the back there. So several bags of concrete and a lot of hours and a lot of sore muscles to actually make this all happen. So this is my way too long, way too intense project. Hope you enjoy. I didn't building it, but I do now with the bike in here.